Hi, Melanie here, and today I'm showing you 2 ways to make this bishop chess piece. I'm inflating 2 5-inch round balloons with 3 strokes of the Qualatex hand pump. So I like to put a twist in the neck to trap the air, and then I just hold that balloon against the hand pump and I inflate the next balloon. 1, 2, 3, remove the balloon from the hand pump straight away, put a twist in that neck. The reason it's important to remove the balloon quickly from the hand pump is if you don't, the balloon will start to deflate because you will lose air through the body of the hand pump. And we just put a twist in the neck here just to trap the air. Wrap the necks of the balloons over one another and wrap around once and twice and then tie, and that gives you a really secure connection. Okay, and make another one of these. Connect your 2 pairs together at the centre to form a cluster of 4, and make another one of these, this time inflated with 2 strokes of the Qualatex hand pump. Connect your 2 quads together, so just take one of the necks from the cluster below and just wrap around the balloons in the top layer. The bottom layer is inflated with 3 strokes of the hand pump, so that's approximately 4 inches in diameter. The next layer with 2 strokes of the Qualatex hand pump, so that's approximately 3.5 inches in diameter. I've made a small sand weight that I'm just going to pull into the base, pull it through both layers and wrap the neck around those balloons. And if you prefer a water weight would do just fine, and I'll leave links in the description below to tutorials on how to make both sand and water weights. I've inflated a 350 twisting balloon to a 10-inch bubble, and I'm just going to connect that to the base by pulling the neck and nozzle into the base and just wrapping it around a few times. I've inflated a 260 twisting balloon to a 4-finger tail, and I'm just going to wrap the 260 snugly around the base of this 350, make a twist here, and then wrap the nozzle round the twist, and then you can just squeeze this and break this off, okay? And then just let out the air on this one and tie in a knot so that we can just save this for later, and then we can just tie this in a knot here. And I do like to tie twice when I use this technique, okay? And then just trim away any excess here with your scissors. Next, I'm using a Linky balloon. If you can't get hold of these Linky balloons, don't worry, I'm about to show you a technique which bypasses the need for a link balloon. So just tie that in a knot. Next, make a twist in the neck here, and then tie your Linky balloon onto the top here, okay? And at this point, we can then just trim away the excess 350, the uninflated section. If you don't have a Linky balloon, you can use a round 5-inch balloon instead. I'm just taking a little piece of 260 twisting balloon, and I'm tying a knot and then tying a second knot at the same point on the 260, and then cutting away the excess 260 on either side of that knot. So I've created this little bead, and then I'm just going to drop that little bead into the 5-inch balloon and give that a shake, okay? And then I've inflated that with 5 strokes of the hand pump, and then just tie, okay? And I'm just going to roll that knot slightly and squeeze the air into the neck, okay? And then grab hold of that little raisin inside that balloon and just give it a twist, okay? And then we can take hold of this little piece of 160 that I've got here and wrap that around the section that you're holding on to, and then just tie a knot. And then once you've pulled those tails tightly and secured that little bead, you can tie a second knot, okay? So this gives you a very similar shape to the shape that you would have with your quick link. And in some ways it's a better shape. So I might have to make a version using this so I can show you the difference. Next, I'm inflating a 5-inch balloon just with 1 stroke of the hand pump. And then I'm taking hold of the tip of that quick link, and I'm just wrapping that 5-inch balloon directly onto the quick link, and I can just cut away the excess bit of neck and nozzle there. Okay, I've inflated a 160 twisting balloon with a tail of about 3 fingers. We're not going to use all of this. We're just going to use this to add a bit of contouring to the base. So again, with the same technique we used for this 260, just wrap the 160 around, make a twist here, and wrap the neck around, and then you can break this off and tie. Okay, you can tie that and save it for something else. And then we can just tie these here, again tying twice and carefully trimming away any excess. I'm using this little bit of 260 that I saved, and to wrap that around the base of the quick link, just making a twist here, as we did before, wrapping the neck around. And this time I can just trim away that excess, cut it down there, let the air out, and tie. Just tying a second time, and just for peace of mind, and then this time trimming away the excess. I'm using that little bit of 160 that I saved just to wrap around the base of this 5-inch balloon, just making a twist there, and again wrapping the neck and nozzle around a few times, snipping off the end, and then tying twice. And then just cut away the excess. I'm using a white Posca paint pen to draw the shape of the bishop's hat on the balloon here. So I'm just putting a couple of little dots to mark out where I want to draw my lines. Okay, I'll leave links in the description below to the other tutorials in my chest series. And by the way, this is the version made with the quick link, and this is the version made with the 5-inch round. I recommend you watch this video next.